Get ready to dive into stories that go beyond the ordinary. I created this channel to challenge your imagination and give you a front row seat to compelling, advanced narratives. To keep these stories coming, please subscribe, like, and share with others who love this great story. With that, let's continue. Title: Erasing the Last Bit of Jealousy.
The leader-level giant beast stood arrogantly in the mountains. Unlike previous judgments, the leader-level giant beast did not appear in the final stretch but rather in the last mountain range. The mountains were vast, and the number of leader-level giant beasts was not many. Through the eye of the undead, Lin Moyu saw that a leader-level giant beast appeared every 100,000 kilometers. Given the diameter of the ring-shaped continent, it was easy to calculate that the total number of leader-level giant beasts was about 30. There were 100 seed players, and on average, every 3 people could share one. 30 leader-level giant beasts had a total value of 3 million points. If someone could take them all. Lin Moyu glanced at the task points leaderboard. Even if someone took all the leader-level giant beasts, they would not surpass him. 1. Lin Moyu, 4,538,212 points. 2. Lin Mohan, 386,231 points. 3. Dongfang Zi, 335,123 points. 4. Wei Bowen, 329,923 points. 5. Cheng Fei, 328,246 points. 6. Zhuang Bai, 326,621 points. In nearly 5 months, his points had skyrocketed, clearing most of the high mountains and the giant beasts under the ocean. This included a large number of ordinary giant beasts, elite giant beasts, and thousands of leader-level giant beasts. His points had reached 4.53 million. The second place, Lin Mohan, had only 350,000 points, not even a fraction of his. Dongfang Zi's strength was indeed beyond imagination. Although he couldn't catch up with Lin Mohan in the end, he kept a close chase. Dongfang Zi seemed to have figured it out and stopped competing for first place, focusing entirely on second place. However, Lin Mohan was too strong, and he couldn't catch up. But it wasn't without opportunity. He was only 50,000 points behind Lin Mohan. As long as he killed one more leader-level giant beast or obtained one more purple jade token, he could instantly catch up by 50,000 points. Actually, for the 4th place Wei Bowen, the 5th place Cheng Fei, the 6th place Zhuang Bai, and the others behind, they all had a chance to compete for second place. The points difference between them was not large, and they all had a chance to overtake. There were only 30 leader-level giant beasts, and they were so scattered that it was not easy to kill more than 2. Lin Moyu looked at the leader-level giant beast in front of him with a strange expression. He recognized the appearance of this giant beast. Just by looking at its appearance, it was not a giant beast at all but a dragon demon from the demon race. Lin Moyu had seen abyssal dragon demons before and was very familiar with them. He wouldn't mistake them. Within the demon race, there were countless factions, and the dragon demons were among the top, ranking in the top 3. They were covered in black scales, with flames emerging from beneath the scales, and had a demonic, ferocious head with a long sharp horn. Their necks were like snakes or dragons, with claws, and they bore a 7 or 8 part resemblance to dragons. Dragons could emit dragon roars and breathe dragon breath, not much different from dragons. Dragons did not acknowledge that dragon demons had dragon blood, and the proud dragons looked down on dragon demons. But dragon demons claimed to have dragon blood, though most of their bloodline belonged to demons. The two sides had argued over this before, but it eventually came to nothing. Dragons were strong, and demons were not weak. If they really fought, both would suffer. Of course, the dragon demon in front of him was just a simulation by humans using some method, not a real dragon demon. Lin Moyu felt the other party's aura, which was indeed at the peak of the 5th rank of the God King. If it could simulate some characteristics of the dragon demon, it should be able to exert the combat power of the 6th rank of the God King. When everyone's realm was suppressed to the 1st rank of the God King, facing him would not be easy. Human geniuses could indeed fight across levels, but crossing 6 ranks was not something everyone could do. Looking at the changes on the points leaderboard, Lin Moyu knew that those geniuses had recovered from the previous blows. Then let's hit them again and erase the last bit of luck. Lin Moyu knew that some people still harbored illusions, thinking that he just had special means and was good at group killing. They didn't think he truly had top combat power. Now Lin Moyu was going to show them with actions that they shouldn't harbor any illusions. Facing him, he wanted them to not even have the heart to be jealous. Since entering the great world, everything that happened made it impossible for him to keep a low profile. Since that was the case, Lin Moyu decided to be high profile all the way. 10 skeleton generals appeared beside him, swinging their dazzling sword energy at the leader-level giant beast 10,000 meters away. The seemingly powerful leader-level giant beast was instantly engulfed by the sword energy, not even letting out a hum before dying on the spot. Killed leader-level giant beast, gained 100,000 points. The points directly increased by 100,000, bringing Lin Moyu's points to 4.63 million. The skeleton generals, with the combat power of the 8th rank of the God King, easily killed the leader-level giant beast of the 5th rank of the God King. Then, a large number of skeleton generals ran along the mountains to kill other leader-level giant beasts. Lin Moyu was the first to reach the end, and no one could stop what he was doing now. Lin Mohan also arrived at the final mountain range and saw the leader-level giant beasts on the mountains. At the same time, she saw the changes on the points leaderboard. Lin Moyu's points were increasing by 100,000 units. Her beautiful eyes narrowed slightly, turning into thin lines, and she smiled like a flower. Brother, you really know how to stir things up. Are you trying to erase the last bit of jealousy from others? There seemed to be some kind of connection between the two siblings. Lin Moyu's thoughts were all guessed by her. She casually raised the long sword in her hand, and a 7-colored giant sword appeared in the sky. The 7 colors were like a rainbow, and the orchids painted on the sword flew out one by one, each turning into a sharp sword. Lin Mohan had always used one sword to destroy mountains and enemies. But this time, she used a second sword. This sword was stronger than any previous sword. Lin Mohan shouted, and the 7-colored giant sword in the sky slashed down. The countless sharp swords formed by the orchids turned into streams of light, enveloping the leader-level giant beast. The giant beast let out a wail, was riddled with holes, and finally fell to the ground with its head separated. Lin Mohan was decisive, killing the enemy with one sword. The sword's power was transmitted far away. Dongfang Zi, far away, felt Lin Mohan's sword and was slightly startled. She attacked the leader-level giant beast. The distance was too far, and he could only feel the sword's power but couldn't see the result. Dongfang Zi immediately opened the task points leaderboard to check the points change. From the points change, he could infer the result. At first glance, Dongfang Zi let out a strange cry. How is this possible? Not long ago, Lin Moyu's points were still 4.53 million. After a few hours, Lin Moyu's points had become 4.83 million. No more, no less, exactly 300,000 points more. This meant Lin Moyu had killed 3 leader-level giant beasts. Dongfang Zi's face turned very ugly, full of bitterness, so he also has top combat power. He always thought that Lin Moyu had many means and was better at group killing than himself, but his top combat power was not as good as his own. Lin Moyu was originally at the 3rd rank of the God King, and after being suppressed to the 1st rank of the God King, it was impossible for him to kill the leader-level giant beast. He originally thought that he could kill more leader-level giant beasts, and even if he couldn't catch up in total points, he could prove that he was better than Lin Moyu in top combat power. But now it seemed how ridiculous his thoughts were. He was a peak small god suppressed, and Lin Moyu was only at the 3rd rank of the God King, yet he could match him. What kind of monster is this? Dongfang Zi's heart was once again devastated, full of helplessness. Many people shared the same feeling as Dongfang Zi. After discovering what Lin Moyu had done, each of them had a strange expression on their face, feeling as if their fragile hearts had been thrown to the ground for the second time. Not only thrown to the ground but also stomped on a few times, hurting even more than the last time. Lin Moyu, you're too ruthless. We know you're powerful, okay? Do you have to hit us this hard? What are you trying to prove? That you're powerful and we're all useless? Everyone was complaining. Chu Shangchong said, I don't care if you're powerful or not, I'm not competing with you. As he spoke, he had already charged towards a leader-level giant beast, ready to fight it for 300 rounds. Wei Bowen from the War God Hall was severely hit but did not give up. I have the War God inheritance. Once I receive it, I will definitely surpass you in every aspect. The War God Hall gave him immense confidence, unbreakable. Outside the continent, Lin Lao smiled. This kid Lin Moyu is interesting. I didn't expect him to come back for a second round. Lady Yu sighed. Those geniuses must be feeling a bit desperate. Saint Hao nodded and smiled. This is good. After experiencing despair, they will become stronger. True gold fears no fire. If they can't withstand such a small setback, they will suffer greatly on the battlefield in the future. Lin Lao said, Saint Hao, have you considered taking him as a disciple? Saint Hao shook his head, indicating refusal. Lin Lao wanted to ask why, but Lady Yu signaled him with her eyes not to ask further. Saint Hao had his own thoughts. Whether he didn't want to or didn't dare to, he just wouldn't take him. However, anyone could see that Saint Hao looked at Lin Moyu with approval. On the Ring Mountain continent, Lin Moyu killed 5 leader-level giant beasts, pushing his points past the 5 million mark, reaching 5.03 million. He then stopped, knowing that some things should not be overdone. Lin Moyu retracted all his skeletons and climbed the mountain step by step like a tourist. As long as he crossed the mountain range, he would have completed the task. Under heavy suppression, a distance of less than 500,000 kilometers took them several months to traverse. When he reached the mountain peak, a beam of light shot out from the formation, landing on him. All restrictions vanished at that moment, and Lin Moyu left the Ring Mountain continent, stepping back into the starry sky. Xiao Yu. He heard his sister's voice and turned to see Lin Mohan standing not far away, as beautiful as a blooming peony. Lin Mohan had moved faster than him, reaching the mountain peak first and completing the task. Mainly because Lin Moyu had taken some extra time to kill a few more leader-level giant beasts. Lin Moyu stepped forward to Lin Mohan's side. Congratulations, sis, for taking the lead. Lin Mohan snorted, no need to flatter me, it won't work. Lin Moyu laughed, I'm sincerely congratulating you. Who told you to be the first to complete the task? Lin Mohan whispered, you know whether you're sincere or not. The task isn't about who finishes first. Lin Moyu didn't continue the topic but looked at the Ring Mountain continent. From a high vantage point, he could see many people climbing the mountain, soon to come out. Some were still fighting leader-level giant beasts, battling fiercely. Lin Moyu glanced at the task points leaderboard, where everyone had their respective scores. The lowest rank was Zhang Ziyui, with a pitiful score of just over 50,000 points, ranking last. This matched Zhang Ziyu's strength level. He was able to represent the War God Hall mainly because of Lin Moyu. Unfortunately, he couldn't persuade Lin Moyu to join the War God Hall. Later, he realized that even Luo Changqin's invitation was declined by Lin Moyu, let alone his own. Lin Moyu said softly, it seems there are no eliminations in this task. Lin Mohan nodded, these people are all rare talents. Each of them will achieve great things in the future. Becoming gods is not a problem. Lin Moyu agreed with his sister, 2 blows should make their will stronger. Lin Mohan looked angry, aren't you afraid of hitting your sister? What in this world can hit you? Lin Moyu retorted unceremoniously. Lin Mohan thought for a moment, indeed, nothing. Lin Moyu pushed his hands, then that's settled. Growing up together, Lin Moyu knew his sister's character well. If she could be hit by such a small matter, she wouldn't be Lin Mohan. One by one, the cultivators reached the mountain peak, successfully completing the task. Those who came out all stared at Lin Moyu with complex expressions, unable to describe their feelings. Each proud genius was ruthlessly slapped by Lin Moyu, but they couldn't say anything. Lin Moyu didn't break any rules, nor did he steal their beasts. Except for a few, most didn't know what methods Lin Moyu used. Even if they wanted to accuse him, they couldn't. Lin Moyu didn't care about their gazes. If looks could kill, he would have died countless times. Lin Mohan, on the other hand, raised her eyebrows, do you have any objections? Her aura surged, and in an instant, the sound of swords rang out in all directions, dispersing the mist and revealing countless sharp swords. Each sword had an orchid engraved on it, beautiful yet deadly. Everyone realized that her aura was stronger than Dongfang Zi's that day. It seemed she had broken through the barrier between a small god and a god, and some even suspected she had the power to kill gods. Such things had happened in human history. A few hundred years ago, Xiao Sheng, known as the star of the human race, had killed a god as a small god. At this moment, Lin Mohan demonstrated what it meant to be the #1 genius of the White Tiger Star region. The White Tiger Star region's offensive was so fierce that it would give anyone a headache. Lin Mohan wouldn't tolerate them. If they wanted to fight, she would accompany them to the end. Everyone silently withdrew their gazes. Even a few self-proclaimed small gods chose to retreat at this moment. They had no choice. Lin Mohan's aura was too strong, pressing down on them. Gradually, Lin Mohan retracted her aura, and the countless sharp swords disappeared. Lin Moyu gave a thumbs up, sis, you're awesome. Lin Mohan snorted, no need to flatter me. Next time, you go. Lin Moyu nodded, no problem. Until the last person left the Ring Mountain continent, the formation covering the continent burst into golden light, forming a golden path in the starry sky. Everyone stepped onto the golden path, and the scene before them changed. They were all transported away. When they came to their senses, they were standing in front of a grand palace. The palace was majestic and imposing, exuding a powerful pressure. The intense aura of time felt like an endless mountain forest, pressing heavily on everyone. Some turned pale, unable to believe that a palace could give them such a feeling, making it hard to breathe. Among the 100 people present, only a few remained calm. Lin Moyu looked at the palace with great interest. The palace, whether in terms of its architectural style, the carvings on it, or the materials used, had a familiar feel to it. especially the materials, which were exactly the same as those used in the mysterious manor fortress. They were the same pitch black, incredibly sturdy materials. This indicated that the palace had a very long history and likely originated from ancient times. Lin Moyu was initially surprised that a complete palace from ancient times had been preserved, but then he realized he was overreacting. Zhu Qiwu's warship was also preserved from ancient times. Thinking this way, it wasn't that surprising. Although ancient times were far away, there were still many things left from that era. They just weren't shown to the public and were only in the hands of high-ranking individuals. An old, kind voice sounded, and an elderly man with a kind appearance appeared before them. Lin Moyu immediately recognized that this old man was the same one who had issued the task on the Ring Mountain continent. The old man looked kind and amiable, with a slight smile and no imposing aura. He seemed just like an ordinary elderly man in his twilight years. Beyond the shore. Lin Moyu had already guessed the old man's realm when the formation was activated. Now, he was just further confirming it. He glanced at Lin Mohan beside him, who had also guessed the old man's realm. The old man looked at everyone. The task is completed. Very good, none of you were eliminated, which is better than the last group. Now, I will announce the task rewards. First place, Lin Moyu, rewarded with 100 points of Divine City Merit. Divine City Merit? Lin Moyu had never heard of this term before and didn't know its use. He glanced at Lin Mohan, who also seemed unsure. However, from the name, it could be inferred that Divine City Merit was used in the Divine City, likely similar to task points or military merits. It was probably used to increase one's rank in the Divine City or to buy things. Whether his guess was correct would be clear from the reactions of the Divine City people. Lin Moyu discreetly observed and indeed saw some unusual reactions. Some people from the Divine City had very strong and even exaggerated reactions. Many had looks of envy in their eyes. From their expressions, it was clear that 100 points of Divine City Merit were very valuable. As for its specific use, it would become clear once they entered the Divine City. The old man continued, second place, Lin Mohan, rewarded with 50 points of Divine City Merit. Third place, Dongfang Zi, rewarded with 20 points of Divine City Merit. Fourth to 10th place, rewarded with 10 points of Divine City Merit. 11th to 50th place, rewarded with 1 point of Divine City Merit. Those ranked after 50th place receive no reward. War God Hall participants do not receive Divine City Merit but can claim their respective rewards at the War God Hall. The War God Hall had its own system and didn't need Divine City Merit. However, this time, the War God Hall participants didn't even make it to the top 3, which was a clear failure. From 11th place onwards, only 1 point of Divine City Merit was awarded, 100 times less than Lin Moyu's. Even so, some Divine City participants were very happy with just 1 point of Divine City Merit. Xu Jianxing was one of them. He barely made it to 49th place and was visibly pleased with his 1 point of Divine City Merit. Only Dongfang Zi, despite receiving 20 points of Divine City Merit, didn't seem very happy. Maybe he was aiming for the 100 points of Divine City Merit for first place, and now he's far from it, so he can't be happy, Lin Moyu speculated. There were 2 other small gods from the Divine City, one ranked 7th and the other 9th, both receiving only 10 points of Divine City Merit and not looking very pleased. But there was no choice, rules were rules. The old man kindly said, "Do you have any opinions on this task? If you have any, feel free to speak up." Dongfang Zi's eyes flickered, and he was the first to speak. "Senior, I want to ask how Lin Moyu got so many points. It's very unusual." The old man glanced at Dongfang Zi. The entire task was under our surveillance, and there were no issues. As for how Lin Moyu got so many points, that's his business and not something you need to know. Dongfang Zi's question was dismissed by the old man, who was right. How Lin Moyu did it was indeed his own matter. It involved his laws, techniques, and other information, and there were rules in the human race against probing such information. If Dongfang Zi really wanted to know, he could ask Lin Moyu directly, but whether Lin Moyu would tell him was another matter. However, Dongfang Zi was not satisfied. "Senior, I think this task alone cannot distinguish everyone's strengths and weaknesses. Everyone has different areas of expertise. For example, the brothers from the Xuanwu Star region excel in defense, which puts them at a disadvantage in this task. Lin Moyu might excel in group combat, which gives him an advantage." Dongfang Zi spoke at length, gaining some agreement from others. However, his words subtly targeted Lin Moyu. Many people were indeed curious about how Lin Moyu had achieved his results. The old man listened attentively to Dongfang Zi's words. After Dongfang Zi finished, the old man looked up. "Are you done?" Dongfang Zi nodded. "Yes, Please forgive my presumptuousness. The old man smiled. It's good to voice your opinions. I like listening to young people's opinions because as I get older, my thinking becomes more rigid. But as I said earlier, you can voice your opinions, but whether I accept them is up to me. I've heard what you said, and that's that. Dongfang Zi was left standing there, stunned. After saying so much, he only got a 4-word response. That's that. Lin Moyu had anticipated this outcome. A beyond-the-shore expert allowing you to voice your opinions was mostly out of courtesy. If you took it too seriously, you were mistaken. The old man ignored Dongfang Zi and looked at the others. Does anyone else have any opinions? Everyone shook their heads. Who would dare have an opinion? Would it be useful to voice an opinion? Would he listen? The old man smiled. Since there are no more opinions, let me talk about the next steps. The preliminary round of the 4-star regions competition is over. Including you, there are 500 participants in the finals. I will take you to the competition venue shortly. The finals will start in about 10 days. You can adjust your state, walk around, and familiarize yourself with the environment, although there's not much to familiarize yourself with. By the way, during the 4-star regions competition, no private fights are allowed. Violators will be disqualified and expelled from the Divine City. Don't think about using tricks to provoke others. The Human Emperor Network is not easily fooled. As for the specific competition rules, you'll find out when you get there. He then looked at Dongfang Zi. The rules are set. If you think they're unfair, stay in the Divine City and don't come out. If you're out, accept the rules.